Ozani. It is 1 p.m. 1 p.m. Oh, it doesn't look like anyone is coming online. I guess you guys will find me endleleni. Because mina I'm too new, yabo. So I've been sent to share this information with you so that you know what is what and so forth. What is a family constellation? A family constellation, let me just use what we know constellations to be. When we go outside, when the stars, you will hear the people that do astrology, they will say this is a Orion or Orion or in Orion and whatever. They know how to read the stars, but it's actually the certain points that form a certain pattern. So as well as in us as human beings, we've got this what we call family constellations, which is patterns that runs within a certain family. Now, hi, Ausi, hi, Gogo. Now, these patterns, they are both good and bad patterns. And what is interesting is that these patterns, because we are energetic beings having a human experience, then we leave these blueprints in the energetic field. That is why when you go to an energy healer, when you go to any form of a healer or even a psychic, the mediums and all that, they will be able to read your information without you telling them anything about yourself. They are actually able to access that in those points, and it is not that they have got to do strange things and whatever. Actually, everybody has got that ability to access information out there because we are all energetic beings. Then whatever that resonates with you at that time, then it will draw a strong connection, and then it will reflect in your life some way and somehow. Now, what then is interesting is that as human beings, we are our number one need is a need to belong. Hence the reason when we come here in a form of humans, we've got to belong to certain families. Now, once we belong to certain families, because we are beings having a human experience, then there's things that will happen within that family structure, which are the things that we will then feel one way or the other. So how does a human feel? The human feel through the heart. That is how we feel things. We feel things through the heart. And the mind then processes or make perceptions about what it is feeling. But that's what it is. Now, the thing is that many of us, because we are, especially with these things that are painful, we do not want to feel them because we regard them as something bad. Then we don't want to feel them, and we try to numb those feelings as best as we can. So then what then happens is that those feelings that we are numbing and we are not processing, they then turn on to become dis-ease they become this energy within our bodies that is not moving, and it is creating a certain havoc so that you can do something about it. Then because then we belong to these, each and every being belongs to a certain family structure or a certain family order. What then happens is that these things, they get passed from generation to generation, whether it's good or bad things. Those things, they get passed from generation to generation through our DNA. That's how what happens. Now, what then happens is that even the souls, what happens then in the spirit realm, or where in the energetic field where everything is spirit and everything does not have a physical body like this, what then happens is that in that space, whatever it is that we do not process or allow ourselves to process at that stage of our lives, then what then happens is that Hlengiwe ngicela umthathe Tumpisi. Sorry about that. Kunomntwana ke manje that wants to come in, and I always try and not let her in, because then she will make the noise and stuff like that, then I will not be able to finish what I'm doing. So then what then happens then is that when in the spirit, then when these things, when a spirit has existed in the human physical form, and it did not feel the love, or it did not feel those needs, the needs of those survival needs were not met, that the need to belong, the need to be heard, the need to be seen, though they had problems with that, then those beings or those spirits, obviously they will not feel as if they were loved and they were part of a community. Then they will come, those will be the ones that they will become, or they will cause this misalignment or disorder in the family structure, because within a family structure, everybody wants to belong one way or the other, which is why families, the way they are structured or how a family is made, we should be actually what do they call it? We should be practicing unconditional love. That is why many times we will say that, you can't choose your family, of which we have actually chosen our families. It's just that we did not do at the conscious level when we are here, which is the perception at the egotistic level that we live and exist in. So what then happens is that those souls that did not given the attention, for an example, somebody within the family, they were rejected for whatever the reason. Maybe they were rejected because there were certain things that they did not do, or they did not uphold, or there's things that they did. For an example, maybe somebody was chased out of the family structure long time ago because maybe they were practicing witchcraft, for an example. Maybe then they were banished outside of that family. So then obviously what will happen then, though that because the DNA, they come from the same DNA, in as much as they are banished, what will then happen? They will cause a disorder within the family structure, because now somebody else has been taken out, and whatever it is that they are feeling, it now forms part of the family structure that is existing here in the physical realm. So now then, because those things, nobody wants to feel that type of a feeling of how it feels to be segregated by your family, how it feels to be rejected, how it feels to be abandoned, and so forth. Then we cause more disharmony within our system, within our emotional bodies, within our own physical bodies, by not allowing ourselves to process that, whatever it is that we are supposed to feel and let go, or and allow it to process, to flow through us. Then what will then happen once the disharmony happens? Then how it shows up in the physical realm? It shows up as a lot of disorder. It shows up as a closed heart, where, like, for an example, we close our hearts because as I've said, we don't want to feel certain things. So we'll close our hearts, but people don't think that they've closed their hearts, but it is the how we will see if your heart is closed, or somehow in your family a structure or your family order, there's a tendency of having a closed heart. You will see with problems with diseases like for high blood pressure, your diabetes, your low blood pressure, any diseases that are blood related. That shows that we are not yet comfortable. We come from a family that has chosen not to express certain emotions and certain feelings. As a result, we've found ways to numb this aspect of ourselves. Then when we numb, then it becomes it shows up as a form of disharmony. Two, another way of showing a certain disorder, how the disorder, if there's a disorder, you will see if you in your family, you have a pattern of not making the money, or you are that family that everybody in the majority of the family will be struggling when it comes to money, or the family is poverty stricken. That is an indication that family, it has a disorder within them that is making that is bringing this disorder within their family structure. Other things that happens, you find that in the maybe when, for an example, in your case, you find that you had an abortion, and when you had an abortion, what then means that child was actually rejected. That soul that wanted to come was actually rejected at that time. So now, because then it will connect, it will also form what? It will become one of those souls that will bring the disorder and the chaos within the family structure. Then these things will show up. And as I was talking about spiritual deaths the other day, then they will show up in those different forms where there's deaths that are not ending, this ever ending patterns of these debts, that people are forever in debt, or we ever come to a space where we make it as if we are having debt, that is the only way to live. That's the way that we have created as a form of survival mechanics. So then that's what it is. Now, all of these patterns, they are sitting somewhere within the energetic space. They are sitting there. That information is hovering around. That information is hovering around. Then what then happens is that anybody will be able to access that information and help cleanse everybody that is existing at this moment within a family structure. Everybody that is alive, they have come to help with aligning certain things within their family structure. Many of them, you find that they are coming from it's souls that existed even before, and they've come maybe that time, maybe you existed in the 14th century, for example, and you were one of the people that caused the disharmony, and now you have come as unomasonto to now you come and bring the harmony, and then you will experience some of the things that that has caused, that you were a result of whatever that happened and was not properly processed or done. Then what will then happen? Nomasonto will come and experience these certain things. Because why? Nomasonto is here to come and help bring back things into alignment within the family structure. Now, as I'm saying, these things are these patterns, or these, I don't want to say patterns, these energies, or this information is available everywhere. everywhere. That's why somebody will be in a coaching session or will be in a consultation. Then I will start feeling a certain way myself while I'm with that person. It is because I'm already taking up their energy and the energy that is existing within their space. So hence then we will have all those type of people like energy healers. They, called a different name, but actually what is happening, we are working with the same thing, which is bringing back into alignment the things that are in disorder. You just have to follow whoever it is that resonates with you. But all in a nutshell, we are all doing the same thing, which is bringing things back into alignment. Now, in the family constellation workshop, for an example, in a family constellation workshop, which is what we are going to be having in April, in March, the 21st of March, I'm going to host the first family constellation where I'm going to show you guys that it is not certain people who are able to do these things, who are able to access this information. In a family constellation workshop, there is what is called a seeker. There's what is called a representative. A seeker, it is the person who is seeking the clarity, who is seeking the solution. And then the representative are the people that come there as visitors, or the seeker is the one who will pay for whatever, because they are the one, like for instance, they are the one asking for the consultation, if I may use another term. So they will come. In that workshop, it's not Noma Sonto who's going to be saying, okay, tell us what is the problem and whatsoever. The only thing, let's say it's the poor that is part of that workshop and there is a seeker. Then what will happen? There's maybe 10 other people. Then the poor will go and get whoever that she resonates with within that workshop. She will then go and say, okay, Kia, Portia, now I want you to be me. For an example, I give you permission to be myself, to be me. And then she comes and says, Riabezwe, somebody else, you will be my money, because now she's seeking a solution with regards to her money problems. This person will be her money. Then what then happens? The people that are representatives, they will go and they will access the energy, whatever that is in the energy space with regards to her money. So they will start by playing it out to her. This is what is the situation. The person that is here will do whatever. The person that is, so she will be able to see physically, because at times these things we do not see when it is happening. We are in it. So in a constellation workshop, it gives you an opportunity to become an observer of your own life, and also to observe and get a solution of whatever it is that you are looking for. But what is nice, those people that you have chosen, then they will then act out a story that is currently happening, that they are getting from the energetic field with regards to you. They will get that information. Somebody will start maybe feeling like their throat there's something, and then obviously there's something in my throat, it feels itchy, and somebody like me who will be facilitating that, then I will be asking questions and maybe give you, so that when the person that is a seeker gives us you get your message and your information as to what is being said on these people are acting up. But in most cases, 99.9% of the time, you will understand your story as it is. And what is nice, you will also get an opportunity to ask for a resolution, because the purpose of a constellation is for you to get a resolution of your problem. So you will get the resolution of your problem, of what your problem is, then at that present moment. And then you might find that at that moment, then you will be given a solution that actually what has caused this thing in your family, it is because you guys have disconnected with your royal family. for an example, the royalty blood within you, you have disconnected with that. The reason this is happening, it is because there's a problem with it when it was a disconnection that was started because from the woman's side of the family, where maybe somebody was having womb issues, and the womb issues, it will be something, maybe somebody actually had an abortion or miscarried, and there was no cleansing that was done, and then that is what is forming a disorder. So if that is you, then obviously you will be the one, when this person is acting it out, you will know, oh, this is what, because your money, this person who is your money will maybe act out holding their womb or crying or getting cramps. Then if you have had an abortion or you've had a miscarriage, then you will know. Maybe for example, I'll ask Wuti, but then do you understand what your money is saying to you? What is causing this relationship that you are having? No, I don't. Have you had a miscarriage? Yes, I've had a miscarriage. Did you do a cleansing, a proper? No, I didn't. Then this is what your money is telling you, that the reason you have money issues is because there was a miscarriage that was not cleansed, that is bringing this disorder. So now you're going to have to go and clear that, you see. Because that's what your money will give you, that whatever it is that they're acting out, they will give you the answers. What is even more interesting, the people that will become part of that workshop, either you become as a seeker or you become as a visitor, all of us, we are connected and having similar stories one way or the other. Meaning, even if you are coming having a money story and I am sitting here, but I'm realizing, but Mina, I don't have a money story at the moment where my money is showing me havoc and whatever. But the bottom line is, that is what is, there's a disconnect, whatever it is that we're going to be happening that time. Everybody who will be there, they are actually connected and having the similar energetic, they are the same, they are of the same energy, that is, they have the same similar story. So whatever is going to be, let's say it's going to be a resolution for Nosipho, where now you are just a representative. So now you as a representative, then you will just get an opportunity now to go and now watch this live, and then go and watch, because it's difficult for you to remember while you are acting as somebody else, and remember it as if you were observing. So then you will go and watch and see, what is it that was being acted out? I was acting out. What is it? Does this tell me about myself and my own stories and whatsoever? But bottom line is that all of those things, they will give you an indication of what exactly is happening and what will be a solution to help you with this journey that you are in. Remember, guys, we are healing one layer at a time. There is no way that when you will have a money story that says maybe there's 3 people that come into that and there are 3 seekers. They are looking for 3 different things. The other one is looking if there's got money issues. The other one feels disconnected. The other one is having problems finding a relationship, for example. So now I am married. I cannot say, no, as I'm married, this really doesn't affect me. Chances are, if I ignore what was there, I can find myself in a similar position where I always even get almost divorced or even separating in the long run, if I do not take what is being explained there for whoever that is going to be a seeker and mirror it back to my life. So that's what it is. That is how this thing. So in that family constellation, I am excluding myself, because at times people, when they see Noma Sonto, I always tell this to people that come through to me and people that take my programs, that, guys, what I'm doing, you are also a version of myself. Whatever it is that you see that I am doing, you are also a similar version. There's a similar version of me that is attracted to you. Me and you are actually the same. The only difference, it could be that I have already walked maybe when you are where I was 15 years ago, and you are meeting with me now. But me, the other person that I know, it is where I am. It is where I will be next year. You see, so it is very important that we understand that this information is always available to us, and we have access to it any other time. That is why certain things were done in a certain way long time ago. They were able to see if it's going to rain way before they see the clouds and whatsoever. You see, so within the constellation, then this family constellation, it is just to give you an understanding of what your family order is. Because many times, many of us as we are existing now, we do not even know our family order because the information got lost somewhere. We only know information of 3 generations from us, which is my mother, my grandmother, and possibly my great-grandparents. But most of us, we only know of our grandparents and our parents. That's it. Anything beyond that, we don't know. So being in part of the constellation, it will help you because through other people's stories, you will be able to also connect with your own story. And believe you me, you will get the results. If the evidence of whatever is going to happen there will show up, there's no way that you will be part of that and there won't be any evidence in your life if it is not there already. So that's what it is. That is how these things show up. So if you are one of those people that have been saying, Mina, I've been trying this, I've been trying that, and nothing is working, make sure that you come for a constellation. And remember, guys, as I was mentioning, we are healing layers over layers. Already humanity has existed for over 22 generations as it is. You have existed for over 22 generations. And can you imagine when you're saying 22 generations and where now you have only dealing with one thing at this present moment, and there's layers and layers and layers of it that we're done. What is nice at the constellation, you get to know the source of what this thing came from and how to heal it. But that does not mean once you've done this one constellation, then everything will be fixed. You are lying to yourself. Just like now you are lying to yourself when you are thinking that you can go, you come for one session to an energy healer, then everything that your life should be sorted. It doesn't work like that. Otherwise, we wouldn't be taking a bath on a daily basis. We wouldn't be brushing our teeth on a daily basis. We wouldn't be eating on a daily basis. It is the similar thing exactly with any other healing that we are going through. And it's just that the only thing you've got to notice, learn to notice when there's shifts that are happening and there's things that are happening. And in most cases, somebody will be crying about money, but you only to find that the problem is not that they don't have the money, but they do not see the money the way it is inbuilt in their own life currently. Not that the money is not there. The money is there, but they not see it because they have associated money with cash, having money in your card. That's how they've associated money with. But that money is far beyond that. Like I've made an example there some other time that for somebody who's buying a car or a house through the bank, there's no money involved there. They want your bank statement, 3 months bank statement. They want your pay slip. That is not money. Those are numbers. Those are numbers. And through those numbers, they still want your credit history. Your credit history is not money. It is a behavior that shows a certain pattern. So those things, they show what it is. Then they give, then after they've assessed those things, then they will decide, no, we are giving you. They will not say because when you are earning 200,000 a month but you don't have a credit history, they will just give you the loan that you're looking for in a million because you'll be able to afford. It doesn't work like that. They will come back and say, go and create a history because we want to see the spending patterns. You see, which is why we are experiencing the things that we're experiencing because we've got to do to help heal these patterns. So we've got to experience them so that we can remember them, and do something about them. So that's what is happening. That's all that I wanted to come and share. So we are having the first family constellation on the 21st of March. It's going to be the new moon that day. Actually, I had thought ukuthi ngizoyenza kusasa, but yeah, my February is very hectic, guys. I will not do that to myself. I will be doing this service to myself and other people. So I thought, let me rather talk about it now and give you the date. We are going to have that family constellation workshop on the 21st of March. Yabon? 21st of March. But as I'm saying, the things that you will get through a constellation, you'll be able to get this information on your when we do a consultation, because when we do a consultation, then we will pick up some of these things about you and whatever. Guys, there is no way that you are going to get, as I'm saying, you cannot we cannot pull everything at once. Your people, they know what is it that you are ready for and that you are ready to heal. So we will only pull that. And once we've pulled that, then now we work with it. Whatever that you get given, that go and do this, go and do those things, and then start to observing the results. If you've been told, for you, this is also what you need to do, then go and do those things. Don't just sit and hope that now that I've done this, I've done an energy healing, then things should be clearing. It doesn't work like that, guys. It will clear your existence. Just booking a session, you already, with an energy healer, you've already cleared the resistance, but then there's more to it. Go and do whatever it is that you want to do. Now, answering the questions. What's the difference between family constellation and ancestral traumas? Remember, the ancestral traumas, this one is specifically speaking about the traumas, but with the constellation, it is both the information, and it's both the traumas and both the powers, because it's not really only the traumas that we get information about. It is then, it's both. It's both the traumas. Through the traumas, then you are able to heal whatever it is that needs to be healed. It's a similar thing, but that's done different way. It's called different names, but at the end of the day, we are all healing the same thing. So I hope that answers, and as I was explaining, it did answer some many things. Arimatch is too far. Askis, it's not far. We are already on the 3rd of February, and just yesterday it was the 1st of January, so it's not far, believe me. 21st March, where we are going to do this online, guys. We are going to do this online. It's going to be via a Zoom, and then we are going to do this online. I've opted to do it online instead of doing it on finding a place and all of that, because there's a lot of logistics there and there's clearings that needs to be done, and for me it will be easy to host it online. So we'll do it via Zoom. How to be part of it? Obviously, you'll make me aware, and I'll just keep sharing more and more towards those days, and even there and there, I'll send it. I think I'll put out a poster. There was one that I put out, and then I'll put out that poster again. I just wanted to make sure I explain what that is, so that if I do forget and they say March, and then I only remember it in March. So that's just about it. So I'll remind you. You will be reminded one way or the other, but it's going to be online, and then you book for it exactly the same way that you booked for my consultations. The only difference for a seeker, it's 990. Because this one I was given the exact amount what needs to be paid. If you are going to be a seeker, that is the one that's seeking the answers, you are going to pay 990, and then we will do that session. But these other sessions, as you know, you charge yourself, and then we do a consultation, give you whatever it is that needs to be given, and we take it from there. That's it. I hope you get it. You understand ukuthi ngikhuluma ngani. And next weekend, the 12th. It's the 12th. I'll be doing a thing in the morning. Exeni, I'll be doing a masterclass on your periods. That's it. Thank you, guys. Have yourself a wonderful day further. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see each other. Those that are doing the other course, we'll see you there. Others will see each other here online. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.